The first thing on my mind when I wake up is coffee. Before I do anything else, I will run to the kitchen and make myself a pot of coffee. Coffee's nostalgic, also kind of like a comfort thing for me. You know, it is very important for me to eat regularly because I am a diabetic. So I do always prioritize making at least a lunch and a dinner. I usually skip breakfast, and I really don't have that much in my fridge except for Diet Coke and HelloFresh meals. But I have so many recipes. Let me show you my recipes. What should we make today, y'all? Pineapple chicken tacos? That's a maybe. I could do that. I can always eat a taco. I cook it all at once because it's actually for 2 people, and I eat half of it for lunch and then half of it for dinner. That way I don't have to cook when I get home. Not only am I glamorous, but I'm smart too. There's one part that you can never truly skip when you have to like prepare yourself to go perform, and that's like the hygiene aspect. So I make sure I'm always showering before because you don't want to be stinky, and you have to shave before every show. Skincare is important because I've got to be putting makeup on my skin for years and years and years to come. And if I don't take care of it, like, there goes my career. My face is my moneymaker, so. Before I go and get ready for the show, I kind of have to like refresh my own personal mind. People only know me as Daya, which is great because that's what I want people to know and that's the best version of myself, but like Trenton's under there and I have to remind myself that like Trenton's the human that makes Daya possible, and if you're not taking care of Trenton, like you're kind of fucked. That's why I journal. I make it a point to journal every day to at least write down one word or maybe a song lyric that really resonated with me or something that popped into my mind that I didn't want to forget. It doesn't have to be like a story or like a long drawn out version of what I did that day. Sometimes it's just me doodling pictures. I think journaling has really kind of helped me organize my thoughts and kind of bring like a sense of ease to me amongst all this like chaos.
I like taking advantage of the fact that I'm in drag 5 nights a week. If I've got a good little creative idea, I'll try to throw together a photo shoot, set up something or other. So I love to get to the theater early. Like, I aim for 5 o'clock a lot of the times, and I'll still be the first person done my makeup, but the last person ready for the show somehow. All the getting dressed stuff takes me a minute for some reason. Who thought that a bikini would take so long to put on?
Normally when I get here, when I get to the dressing room, I normally try and decompress or just have a little bit of alone time before starting hair and makeup, making sure there's no wardrobe that needs repair, and starting the process of getting in drag. I have this board behind me where we write every look, every place that the change happens, the hair, the jewelry, the shoes. We go through all of that and make sure we have everything. One of my favorite pieces, which I have multiple of them, are these like super cool ostrich boas that I got the pink one first and then I had to have more, so I got the orange and the yellow, and they're made by a burlesque performer named Sina King in Australia. So I have based a lot of my wardrobe around what can we make and wear to go with these. I'm from Texas, so the cowboy aspect is like super cool to me. So these boots are also one of my favorites. Another favorite piece of mine, one of my drag idols who has since passed away, Whitney Page. This belonged to her. It's probably like 20 years old, and I wear something of hers every single show that I'm in. So this is what I'm wearing now. I wear this every night for curtain call, and it's a little bit of nostalgia for me. So this is like probably my most prized piece of jewelry that I have. There's multiple pieces. It's drag vintage, what we call it, which is like from the early 90s, but it was made by a designer in Houston who has also since passed away. But it's all Swarovski crystal. It's plated in 24 karat gold. I've had it for 15 years and it is an absolute stunner every single time.
We are at the Flamingo at Drag Race Live. We're getting ready for our show. I feel like I'm kind of one of the queens that will be heading to the stage at the 2-minute call. For some reason, no matter how early I get ready, that is kind of the energy that I run with. So it's not always the best thing, but I'm never late on stage.
Drag is very chaotic. Just the whole getting ready process, like, I feel like you have to get it, like, you have to get messy before it starts getting good, honestly. Every show day feels like the same. It feels like I keep on reliving, like, the same day over and over. It's like deja vu, like Groundhog's Day, but I love it, honestly.
Sometimes the rush of the amazing race of it all, it keeps you going and makes things go quicker. You don't have time to like question things or think of if you're making the right decision. It's like, let's just quick do the job. You do it fine every day, don't overthink it. This one doesn't have to be a groundbreaking, life-changing drag experience. It just needs to be the same incredible drag experience that you always do. If I forget to do rhinestones on my eyebrows, I think there's always tomorrow.
Listen, I'm a very important person. So I have lines in this show, meaning I have to put a microphone on. So come with me. We got 3 minutes, so we have to hurry. We're descending into the pits of hell. Sounds busy out there tonight. It's gonna be a good one. I feel that energy. I get very nervous for this part. It's like, right before I go on, the nerves, I always down a mint really quick. That way if I throw up, my breath at least smells good.
Music is very important for self-identity, especially when you're doing drag, because most of us, that's where we first thought, even in our head, that we wanted to act like something that we saw.
I think the most important time that music is involved in the show is probably our solo talent numbers, because that's where we get to do what we are known for, which is singing, dancing, just a full-out production. So my number is 3 Britney songs, and I've been doing Britney here on the Strip for almost 20 years. That's my favorite part of the show. I mean, obviously I love the original music that they're incorporated into the show as well, but there's nothing like being out there with 6 hot male dancers and living my Britney Spears fantasy. I can't believe I get to do this every day. It's not even work because I love what I do.
The first show, when I first stepped out for like my opening number, it felt like hearing the screams. It felt like, oh my god, a dream come true. Like the little boy inside me is like living his dream right now, and I'm just so grateful for this opportunity.
I think a perfect show for me is when the audience is really engaged in what we're doing. So we could feel that from the moment we walk out on stage. And especially when the whole ensemble meets for the choreography for the first time in Baby I Made It, that's when we can really feel the energy from them.
To me, a perfect show is just everybody and everything gelling and everyone, all the pieces of the puzzle coming together. There's so many facets to this show.
A perfect show is more than just about me. A lot of people forget that a lot of the hard work is what goes on behind the scenes. They truly are kind of what's running the show. They're the ones doing our outfit changes. They're the ones that making sure that our mics are on correctly and have batteries. Like, we wouldn't be able to shine on stage without them.
It's a really fun job, but it is a lot, despite how like easy we make it look or how glam it sounds. You know, there's really no downtime. Even if we're not on stage, we're changing, doing this, doing that. It's a lot of huffing and puffing for me by the end of the show, but it's always very rewarding. Everyone loves to hear the applause and be standing at the top of the stairs looking glamorous as ever. When I'm all out of energy by the end of the show, it's, you know, the fans that we get to meet and the stories we get to hear that keep me going.
Unlike most entertainers, my decompression happens almost instantaneously. I've never been one of those people that finish the show and I'm up, the adrenaline's running. I'm literally trying to stay awake on the drive home. So I finish the show, we do the meet and greet, we come up here, I de-drag, get out of the makeup, shower, change, go home. I don't even eat. I get right in the bed and go to sleep.
Listen, you joined, you saw, you took it all in, honey, and I know you're gonna be wanting more, so make sure you come see us live here at the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you can get all these goodies for a low, low price of however much the tickets cost. Mwah. See you next time. Cheers.
Bye. Get that? Okay, bye. Bye.